Hi guys, this is Purti from Leverage Edu, and today I'll talk about how to plan your writing task 2 essay. If you are aiming to get a band of 8 or above in writing task 2, then it is important that you spend some time on planning and organizing your ideas before you actually get on with the writing part. Now, before I tell you how to plan your essay, there are a couple of things that you should know. The first thing is that this is a formal essay and you need to write at least 250 words and you get a time of around 40 minutes to do this. And you can get one of any of these types of essays. Now that you have some idea about the types of essays and kinds of questions plus the structure and the timing of the exam, let's come to the common mistake which most students do. Because only 40 minutes are provided for the task, students, as soon as they get to see the question, they start writing it immediately without putting any thought into it. But in case you do it, then you might face problems while writing your task, or the organization of the essay will not be appropriate. 50% of your entire writing task 2 marks depend on whether you have presented your ideas in a logical and organized way or not, and whether you have answered the entire question directly or not. So in order to do all of this and fulfill all the criteria or descriptors given by IELTS, it is important that you spend some time on planning and organizing your ideas before you actually get on with the writing part. Now let's see what planning involves. There are 3 steps that you need to take. The first is analyzing the question. When you read the question, see how many parts are there, what exactly is the question asking you, and what are the things that you need to address. The second is creating a skeleton. This involves having 3 points: introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. Let's first talk about the introduction. Introduction constitutes of 2 things. First is writing a background statement. This is nothing but simply a paraphrase or a rephrase of the topic given to you. So you can use synonyms for it, or you can change the word form or change the word order and write the same thing which is there in the question. The second thing is thesis statement. This is your opinion or what is your stand on the question. It is important that you always make it clear to the examiner what you think about the question and put it right across in the introduction. So 2 things, background statement and the thesis statement, will give you your introduction. Then coming to the body paragraphs, make sure that you include one concrete point in the body paragraphs. So for body paragraphs, you will have 1 point in the first paragraph and 2nd point in the 2nd paragraph. With each point, like you see in the example, make sure that you give the first sentence as your topic sentence or introduction of the paragraph. After that, you need to give supporting ideas or examples in order to elaborate your main point very clearly. The same thing goes on for the 2nd paragraph as well. Give your 2nd point and again support it with examples and arguments. And finally, you will think about your conclusion. Conclusion is again nothing but a summary of the entire essay. So you need to again rephrase or paraphrase your question and tell it in some other way. Make sure that in your conclusion, you don't introduce new points. You can also have some recommendations, but never include any new ideas. Only paraphrase or rephrase the points which you have already talked about in your essay. So this is how you will create a skeleton or a map for your writing with introduction, body paragraphs and conclusion. Make sure you note down all the vocabulary that you want to use so that while you are writing, you just have to frame your sentences and not think about what you need to write. And the last step is actually writing. So after you make your plan, you get on with the writing part, always referring back to it from time to time. Now many students ask me how much time they should spend on planning. It actually is very individual, and with practice you will learn how to develop a good plan quickly. But still, you need to spend about 8 to 10 minutes on planning so that you can just focus on about 25 minutes on the writing part and then 5 minutes in the end to kind of proofread and edit your writing. So just to sum it up, all this planning is necessary so that you have a map or a structure in your mind and in front of you, so that when you're actually writing, you have to focus only on the writing process and not think about which ideas to include or unnecessarily think about what not to write or what to write. This will help you with coherence, organization and clarity. And remember, 50% of your marks depend on this. And this is exactly what the examiners are looking for. So why not just give it to them as it is? So guys, this was all about it. Please make sure that you pause the video in between to look at the examples. And I'm going to meet you next time with another informational video.